Well, do you feel San Francisco's streets are cleaner? Are the streets bustling with more people? What's the pulse on the city's economic recovery? New data from the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce is giving us a closer look. Joining us live to discuss is the president and CEO, Rodney Fong. Rodney, great to have you with us.
Good morning.
So we've had a lot of action in the city, as you well know, with events like the NBA All-Star Game, SailGP, and even March Madness attracting visitors from all over the world. Where does our international tourism stand right now?
Well, this is an interesting time to be in San Francisco, and we're seeing the return to office just every single day come back into downtown. International visitorship is up. United Airlines just made a large announcement this week that they're increasing their flights. And so we're starting to see that movement both domestically and internationally into San Francisco.
Now, Rodney, of course, we know nationally the ongoing trade war and tariffs are having a significant impact here. How do you see that playing out locally?
Well, I think that's all a little bit unknown, and we're all watching carefully. But San Francisco is a gateway to the Pacific Rim. It's a gateway to so many different businesses and large companies, small companies in San Francisco. The investment community and the investment dollars into San Francisco is the highest in the country. And so 57% of venture capital ends up in San Francisco businesses. These are productivity tools. Those are robotics. These are AI companies, sustainability companies here in the city that are budding or already established. And so while I think there's some uncertainty internationally, the momentum already has begun in San Francisco and really has never left, even through COVID. So we'll start to see hopefully more of that in the future.
Interesting. Well, I saw the Chamber recently conducted the City Beat poll, and there were some notable changes since 2022. Can you walk us through it? What stood out to you?
Yeah, we've taken this poll for probably 30 years consecutively, and it's polling San Francisco residents and how they feel about San Francisco. Is it going in the right direction, wrong direction? Well, unfortunately, over the last several years, it had been going consistently in the wrong direction in their view, except for last year. And in 2025, this year, voters who we polled really felt that San Francisco was going in the right direction. Almost twice as many people thought it was going in the right direction. They thought that streets were cleaner, streets were better. People felt safer going out. Businesses felt more comfortable taking some risk. And so that shift, I think, is really significant in San Francisco right now. I think the new administration here locally, with the Mayor Lurie, is doing a great job. And so that has been a real change, a sea change for San Francisco.
In terms of the city moving in the right direction, I saw that it went from 22% to 43%. So as you pointed out, a significant jump there. A big part of our local economy relies on conventions, of course, and we know those numbers were struggling over the past several years since the pandemic. How many are we expecting this year?
This year's is actually up from last year, and according to SF Travel, we are seeing about 35 conventions that are confirmed for 2025, which is up. We're starting to see more meetings occur. And so, yes, San Francisco is really an important destination for both business and leisure travel. Game developers just came through San Francisco. RSA, a large surveillance security conference, is coming to San Francisco. Salesforce is prepared to come again. Microsoft Ignite, another big convention, is coming in. And so when you string together these larger conventions, tens of thousands of people, sports like March Madness, NCAA, March Madness, FIFA World Cup, Super Bowl 60 coming to San Francisco Bay Area, these are all important pieces. And when they get strung together, this is really where the city starts to shine. And I want to point out, it's not just the sports facilities and venues that benefit. These are all of the small businesses that support that. Audiovisual companies, linen companies, florists, all of them start to really begin. And this is an entire Bay Area celebration when we start to see these large movements.
So 32 total conventions, which is up from 25 last year, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Moving in the right direction. Of course, that has a domino effect on businesses and hotels across the city. What's the projected impacts there?
We're starting to see hotels at about a 60% occupancy rate, which is actually much better than it was before. At the very peak, we were about 80%. And so we're starting to see that. But for all businesses, predictability is the most important thing, consistency. And so we start to level out, whether it's a restaurant or hotel, the predictability is staff up to make sure you're buying produce that is going to sustain the week, and that you can prepare for that is really important. So when we start to see these things level out and the consistency of all the events and conventions we just talked about, that was when we'll see San Francisco start to shine.
And speaking of course, there's a lot of excitement for the World Cup and the Super Bowl that are coming to San Francisco's backyard in 2026. What can you tell us about those preparations?
Well, all of those things look really bright, as we mentioned. These large events coming, FIFA World Cup with Super Bowl 60. I was lucky enough to be part of Super Bowl 50, and just the energy alone that kind of event brings to San Francisco is really important. Whether they're corporate parties, whether they're private parties, watch parties, even our local food and bar establishments start to really benefit from that. So these are great things we're starting to see. And I just want to maybe say that San Francisco is not what people really think it is. It is doing incredibly well. Just this weekend alone, we had the first Thursdays in San Francisco, tens of thousands of people. Last night, I was at a black tie event for a nonprofit gala that raised over $1 million. We also had Night of Ideas in San Francisco last night by the San Francisco Library. So there's almost too many of these things to mention, and they're big and they're small, but they're every single day, every single weekend, there's something going on in San Francisco.
It's no doubt it's great to see that and really feeling the energy. Rodney, as always, thanks so much for your time.
All right, thank you.